Okie dokie, I'm gonna start just a little tiny bit early. Hi everyone! Welcome to the stream today! I wanted to not leave you guys hanging there in chat and wanted to say a big hello! Thank you guys for joining me today. Hello to Sentinel, hello to Wild, hello to... I'm gonna call you Pee-Pee. Hello to Pee-Pee. Hello to Rusty. I realize what that abbreviation's for. I'm on to you. Hello. Oh, thank you for the hug. I appreciate it. And hello to Rinchi, and hello to Thunder Dragon. And I got my ears a little extra floofified today just because I was having fun with that. I've been wanting to do that for a very long time, and there you go. Now it's extra foofy. We have an experience system for the chatting system? What's that about? That's confusing. How in the world does that work? I've been away for so long that I'm still getting used to everything. Okay, nobody look. I'm gonna go check my DMs with Fawn. Fawn, what's up, buddy? Hi, wakarimashita. I always worry about everybody's feelings. I never want anyone to ever feel left behind or forgotten. Ben says, the fluffier the better. That's what I always say. I like it. I like it very much. I think this is where we left off for our very last Show Me live stream, because it was around this exact date that I had my very first seizure. Thank God that entire nightmare is over, and I haven't had a seizure since, so that's pretty good. No complaints here. Wild says, hope you're doing better from the surgery. Aw, thanks for saying that. I appreciate it. I should be doing overall better right now, but I am still in the state of recovery, even though I don't like to admit it. I still am, even though it's been since February. It feels like forever, but I gotta be patient with myself, because I just had an MRI done last week, and turns out that there are multiple lesions in my brain, and scarring too, from the surgery, from the tumor, so I gotta let myself rest. My main symptom right now is just fatigue. I fall asleep very easily nowadays. It's hard to stay awake, but there's so much I want to do. I want to play video games, I want to go on adventures, I want to travel the world. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Anybody? Aw, thanks, Rusty. I appreciate that. Vin says, I'm glad you're feeling better, Sohma. Thank you. The pain medication's actually kicking in properly, so I'm very happy about that. I am content. This is good. I also had to put in an order for a new lighting system because I realized that my eyes are always closed all the darn time, and I'm like, what's up with that? My tracking can't be that bad. But if I point a light at my face, which I'm doing right now, it's clearly showing that my eyeballs are open. Open eyeballs. So I have a lamp on the way. I'm excited to plug that in and give it a go. Sentinel says, just take it one day at a time. You're always getting stronger. Thank you. I really hope so. I really do. I want to get stronger so I can do more things. I get winded so very easily. It's really embarrassing to me. And Renchi says, oh, you poor little kitty. I wish I could give you a plushie hug. Well, you just being here is more than enough. Thank you for coming over to the stream. It's lovely to see you guys again. It brings back just a little bit of normalcy to my life, and I really appreciate that. And thank you as well, PP. I hope you don't mind me calling you. I don't know if that's much of an upgrade from the original acronym. She says, so, how is your PC and the Vtuber studio doing? Is anything fixed? I don't have a general idea of what's going on because it's that weird. Bond described it thusly. Bond described it as a 5-year problem that many people have had with their PCs that has 0 solutions. And I'm like, oh, so what can we do? And he's all like, I'm gonna press some buttons and then we just hope for the best. I'm like, oh, okay. All right then, a leap of faith, if you will. So far, so good, but today everybody in my area is struggling with internet, so we might have some complications there. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed, toe beans crossed, eyeballs crossed, that everything goes swimmingly. Thunder Dragon says, Sohma will be stronger every day. Yes. I hope. I'm drinking lots and lots of water, and I'm going out and giving myself daily exercise. I'm gonna beat this thing, whatever this thing is. Manic says, quick, hey, Sohma and Bon. Hope y'all have been doing all right. Hope you keep getting better day by day. Thank you. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna fight. There's so much I want to fight for, so I'm never gonna give up. Thank you. Now, the only part that's a little bit scary about my situation is that the stupid tumor can totally grow back. It is unfortunately cancerous. So that's why I have to continuously get MRI scans and keep an eye on the brain. Make sure there are no jump scares. And then there's medicine for it if ever it comes down to that. So all hope is not lost. All right. And now to the Show Me Live portion of today's stream. Also, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to answer them, okay? Shoujo posted, there's a joke that can be made here about G. It's almost like practicing makes you better at something. But actually stopping for a minute and seeing the gap that was jumped, I even impressed myself. That's good! These are all illustrations made by Shoujo. The one on the left is early May. Oh, it's adorable though, it's chibis. I believe that's a chibi show giving a chibi Bon some soup. I love how your art style has progressed over time. Oh, it's so adorable. Your art style is very cool and cute. Adorable. I'm curious, Shoujo. I see there in the upper right-hand corner a very expressive piece. It's got some Japanese characters in the background, and now I want to know what those characters say. I can't read. I am ashamed. I can't read it. I want to be able to read it. Great work, dude. Keep up the amazing work. I also recently learned that I have brain damage. That is a Lumi. That is indeed a Lumi right here. Correct. I learned that I got brain damage from both the surgery and the tumor, and I'm like, oh, so now that I'm trying to relearn playing video games again, since my left hand doesn't work as good as it used to, my reflexes are different and my problem solving is different. And the beautiful thing about the human brain is that even if it does get hurt in some ways, you can still learn how to do things through problem solving alternate ways. So Bon gave me some tips and tricks on how to play Project Diva, and I'm like, using my left hand on the D-pad to also execute faster motions on button inputs. And I'm like, oh, hey, it's working. I'm getting light bulbs firing off in my head. I'm like, ooh, serotonin. It's working. The brain is working. It's just a little different. Ooh, you're enjoying the lo-fi music? Glad to hear it. That's always nice having some lo-fi. I haven't listened to lo-fi in a bit. That's a good idea. I've been blasting EDM as of late because I'm just like, please, I beg you, electronic dance music. I need energy. Make me alive. Oh, we got plushies via Renchi. Thank you, Renchi. These are adorable. Renchi says, here are a few adorable plushies as promised. They are adorable. First are these super cute Dungeons and Dragon plushies, Tiamat, with the 5-headed dragon queen and the owl bear cub. They're so fluffy. Look at the owl bear. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. It almost looks like he has like a lion's mane sort of, but not really. Oh, he's got the toe beans. Look at the toe beans. He's got a full set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 beans. That's a lot of beans. Per foot? That's a lot of bean per foot square inches. That's a very cool dragon. Do you think the heads ever fight each other for who gets like dibs on food? And Sentinel says, stray thought incoming. What if there was a game with the slug cats from Rainworld, but it was just them in a beautiful valley and they had to forage for food and develop their own community? I'd play that in a heartbeat. That would be like Rainworld Spore Edition. I'd love to play that. That sounds super relaxing too, on top of it all. And Miles says, yeah, gonna put together a playlist for when I start doing yoga. That's a good idea. Ooh, yoga, that's not a bad idea either. Maybe that's something I should pick up. I do have an exercise mat, so the idea is not impossible. And she says, just keep practicing, Sohma. Each day of practice will make you stronger. Oh, I hope so, I hope so, I hope so. Because I know my heart is doing a lot of hard work because my heart rate likes to skyrocket at random intervals. Anytime I try to stand up, I go, and I try not to fall over. So that's like one of my biggest hurdles is just stabilizing my heart rate, which is why I started hitting the treadmill because I figured cardio would be a good alternative, right? Rusty says, one beautiful thing about our brains is its amazing ability to adapt. There's hope in the end, which makes me really relieved to hear it. I won't lie, a lot of the changes and a lot of the news I've been hearing has been kind of scary, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, not the kind where you die, the kind where things can still get better. Hope shall always remain. Sentinel says Tiamat is essentially an evil dragon. Oh, that has 5 heads, but 1 brain between them. Take that how you will. They have a single brain cell! And they all have to share the brain cell. Poor Tiamat, I feel bad for them. That must be rough. Maybe even just a little bit jarring or confusing. And we've got 4 more plushies! And finally, the plushie merch characters from the YouTube series Murder Drones. They're adorable! When they're in this position, they look like they're ready to do a sneak attack. They look like marshmallows. They're so cute! Look at all of them! This one kind of reminds me of Temmie from Undertale. Just a little bit. This one's extra grump. Yeah, I need to catch up on Murder Drones. It's been a while since I've seen the series. Sentinel says, the news today is scary, but why worry about that when you can focus on the cute things, like plushies? Good point, very good point, very, very, very good point. I do love me some plush. By the way, can it be November already? I'm excited to get that life-size Umbreon plushie. It's gonna be so cute. Whenever Bon goes to work, I'm gonna put it on the bed and be like, okay, you're gonna be a temporary fill-in for the Bonbon who is no longer here. I need someone to hug. And she says the Murder Drones plushies are adorable. I wish I had the money to buy all of them. When something's that cute, it makes you really want to collect the entire set, doesn't it? Mr. McGillicuddy says, how have you been, Sohma? I've been good. Could be better, but I'm on my way. IHC says someone wants a Bon plushie. Or maybe a Bon hug pillow, if such a thing could ever exist in my life. I'm just saying. Don't tell him I said that! But yes, a Bon plushie would be wonderful. It really would be. Anyways, a submission by Colin, totally not distracting you with a different post. This Keyblade is one of my personal favorites. Its name is Oblivion, like the game we've been playing. It's been in almost every Kingdom Hearts game, and its raw power is on par with the Ultima weapon. How to obtain? Beat the game on critical mode. For Kingdom Hearts 3 only. Ooh, sounds pretty tough. How difficult is critical mode? Sounds more difficult than there's easy, normal, hard. Those are the normal conventional namings of difficulty levels. What the heck is critical mode? Extra spicy mode. Sentinel says, there is a Bon plushie, but currently it's a no touchies thing. But can someone make a wholesome yeah, a wholesome Bon pillow, yeah! It doesn't have to be, I mean, it could be. It doesn't have to be, but it could be, I wouldn't complain! What's a Maki Makura? I know dakimakura, but I don't know makimakura. What's that? Okay, I'm gonna try to put this thing back up before it falls again. One sec. You guys might hear a little tuk-tuk. My apologies for the tuk-tuk. Don't fall. I have this really weird setup where I'm trying to just have some lights pointed at my face because my tracking system's a little borked. Mr. McGillicuddy says, someone submit a dog boy Ah! Where does one get that stuff submitted? Where do you submit that? I mean, I'm an artist, so you know, I can do anything with my powers. I totally don't have a picture in my head already. Ah, my heart. No, it was not the tumor that got Sohma. It was her fantasies and her heart rate. And she says, a Sohma and Bond plushies would be a dream come true. Oh my gosh, it would. It really would. All good, Rusty. All good, all good. Makimakura sounds like a alternative form of dakimakura. So I, for a second there, honestly thought it was a real thing. And submitted by Colin, this is Violet's persona, Cendrillon. I hope I read that right. She specializes in bless attacks, evading attacks from enemies, boosting critical hit chances to all party members. Her trait is called Veil of Midnight. Ooh. It ups the chances of allies not being downed. That's cool! So, like, do you just get, like, a freebie? Like, when a hit should have, like, took out a player, it's like, oh, it rolled the RNG dice you can't see, and yeah, you just get a free pass to not die. That's a cool looking character. They look like they're covered in crystals. I like that. The combination of blue and gold is very pretty. And she says, everyone here is sharing the #1 spot. I think that's beautiful. We are all the coffee beans. Heck yeah! Thank you guys so much for the support. I sincerely really appreciate it. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, I'm imagining Sohma recreating the scene from Gaslight District of Mel getting a nosebleed. Is this an anime? Is this an anime? Is it? If it's an anime, can you tell me which one? Would you recommend it? I'm like totally not on an anime binge right now, so like feel free to let me know. I do not know who this Mel is, but I mean the whole nosebleed part, I mean I am a dreamer, let me dream. I can't help it. And Sentinel says, indie series from Glitch. It's an indie series. Oh, interesting. And it's made by Glitch, so you've piqued my interest. Same people who made the amazing Digital Circus. Very cool, very, very cool. And Murder Drones too, I believe. Is that... I hear keys. I hear keys. That usually means... I'm gonna go say hi to Bond, guys. One sec. Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. We got sandwiches, guys. Let's go. Yes, he did, IHG. Bond brought home sandwiches. I asked for turkey feast, and I'm pretty sure that's the one he got. It's a really cute name for a sandwich, so simple. Mr. McGillicuddy says, Gaslight District is a bit more gruesome, given how everyone in it is undead and keeps reviving after being killed. That's terrible! That sounds awful. I'd hate to be in that universe. Yikes. Sentinel says Buns had such a long day, he deserves some spoiling. He does. He does. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Khan says, did I miss much? Or did you just start? We relatively just started. We didn't do too much. Let me just scroll back up to give you a quick synopsis of what I've gone through. I started here, and we are now right about here. George says, who parked their car on my sandwich? Also, hi, Sohma. Oh, hey, George. Hello, I hope today is treating you well so far. Today is, thankfully, not Monday. It is Tuesday. The accursed Mondays. Ugh, I shudder. I shudder because I love spending time with Bon on the weekend. Saturdays and Sundays are my spend quality time with the Bon and have the best day ever kind of days. And then Monday comes and then I can't spend time with him anymore and then I get sad. Then I miss him and then I get sad and then everything sucks. Oh! Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Diagonal Yips. That's an adorable name, by the way. Thanks for joining us. Rusty says, one anime I've been recommended is Apothecary Diaries, which I'm totally not obsessed with. I would definitely say that's an anime that is more geared towards mature audiences due to certain themes. Which totally went over my head when I recommended it to Chuckles, who brought it to my attention. I was like, oh, that's right. It does have kind of a certain theme going on, and to me, I'm just like, that's just the truth of reality. The sad, sad truth. Especially in some places of the world. And Sentinel says, I loved how you said, I love you. I imagine you hugged him hard. I gave him a big old squishy hug. And Aichi says, are you going to see or heard fireworks this Friday? If I hear any, I'm gonna pop my head out of my apartment and see if I can see any from home. Sometimes we can. We don't have to go driving and get caught in traffic and all that icky stuff. Mr. McGillicuddy says, I'll be honest, I didn't know that there would be a Show Me Live today. Otherwise, I would have posted something. It's okay. It's okay. We have a lot to catch up on. We may not reach the bottom of the list today, which is the most recent submissions. So I thank you guys for your patience. In the meantime, I'm going to do my best to get through as much of this as possible, assuming my ADHD doesn't take over today. Aichi says, are you going? Yeah, I read that one. And Enchi's hoping for the same. Colin says, I see you're taking a new approach to the Show Me Live. Yup. This is a lot easier for me. Versus, like, grabbing every single picture and copying and pasting them into a manga studio file. Actually, to be honest, this wasn't my idea. This was Bonbon's idea. And I've been running with it ever since. Hey, Thomas! Hey, Creole! What's up? Welcome to the stream, you guys! I'm feeling okay. I am a little bit on the EP side, so I thank you guys for being patient with me, meanwhile. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a mini immersion break real quick because my character's head keeps bowing to the floor and I'm like, no, I am not. I am not to the floor. Calibrate. There we go. Attention! There we go, I just wanted to fix that. I can't wait until my new lamp arrives. That should help with a lot of the technical, like, problems and issues we've been running into. Colin says, here's Christmas Eiko. Eiko? A special Christmas version of Eiko from X-Dive. Her skills are gift delivery elk. It tracks enemies and ignores terrain, and gift unboxing, a skill that does a big blast attacking all enemies on the screen. She's adorable! She has a nice design too. Yes, she does. I couldn't agree more. She's super cute. I love the outfit. I love the wings. I love the giftos. I love how especially holly and jolly she is. Who's ready for Christmas again? I'm ready for Christmas again. Christmas is my favorite time of the year because it brings all the people I love into one place. Colin says, sorry about the multiple posts. I legitimately waited. Oh, you're good, you're good. It's been since December. You have nothing to apologize about. Mr. McGillicuddy says, Currently playing Warframe while watching it. It's hard to focus on not getting show. I'm so sorry about that, Mr. McGillicuddy. If you ever have to, you know, put all of your focus into one thing at a time, I completely understand. I'm the same way myself. I cannot multitask. Speaking of, when we do play Project Diva by Friday, if I go almost completely quiet during some songs, it's because I'm like focusing. Focusing, must get decent score, must pass the song. I'm not that great at the game, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the best. I'm not as cool as Bon. I wish I was as cool as Bon. I wish I had his skill level. His skill level is so dang good. But I will do the bestest that Sohma can do. Hey, Star Singer, welcome to the stream. Hey, we got a new message. I'm gonna mark it as red just so that we can just see the post proper. Okay, let me read this one. Colin sends a picture saying a new floor from a recent update of Sword Art Online Integral Factor. I remember that acronym. Has the gigantic fountain in the center of it. That's a fountain? I tried to get as much of it in the shot as I could. Imagine seeing something like that in real life. It would be amazing. And I would be very tempted to run straight into it. Like a fly to a fly zapper. I would be very tempted to just run into it and get whooshed up by the water. That looks fun! I like it. Mr. McGillicuddy says, honestly, I wouldn't blame you. Games like that need full focus. Thanks for the understanding. I really appreciate it. Aishi says, what is Bon's power level? He's over 9,000! I think his debut stream on his own channel was actually Project Diva, if memory serves. I can go give that a look-see later on and let you guys know. He's just really skilled. He could play in extreme mode and in some cases extra extreme mode. I can barely do normal and hard mode, but at least I can touch hard mode now, which makes me feel really good about myself. Colin says, I could only zoom out so far. You did a good job. It conveys the way you described it. Here's a screenshot from Koharu's birthday event for, oh, we got a new one too. Cool. Just a heads up, I'm so sorry if we don't get to the new entries today. We're gonna do our best to, though. For Koharu's birthday. Her birthday was a blast. There were Koharu skill banners and a ton of Koharu stamps. It was a great time on her birthday, and Koharu always has the best birthday events. That's cool! The way they do it with all the flags and stuff kind of reminds me of an event you'd see IRL. That's neat! Did they have special music playing? Hey Renji, you've played the game too? Did you enjoy it? Mr. McGillicuddy says, quick question, Sohma. I know you get freaked out from seeing spiders, so I'm asking if it's alright if I post an image of a spider-based Warframe. That doesn't bother me, because I can differentiate between real spider and machine spider. I have a story about that, by the way. I'm gonna very quickly share, because remembering it makes me shudder. You know how you get used to walking through your home, your house, through bedroom doors? You don't question it, you just swing through. It was just another day. I'm going to go to my bedroom without stopping to question the reality of things. But I had to stop myself reflexively because there was a spider in my face. It's just dangling from the doorway. It was just dangling and I could see all his little legs just and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Spider's like, come here, I'm gonna grab you. And I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I could see its tummy and the legs kept doing what they do. It was doing its butt string climbing animation. It was so gross. I scared the gajibis out of Bond though, because I yelped at the time. He thought I hurt myself or fell, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. Spider. Bond definitely brought out the chancla and helped me out there. And she says, I was just thinking, if it's okay, you can do some live drawing. That's just an idea. Feel free to share your thoughts. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a very long time, but I just need to get comfortable with drawing by myself again. That's something I'm working on currently, because drawing takes a lot of energy. The Girl says, climbing animation. Girl, you mean he was climbing? Yeah. Yeah, I spoke like this to my nurses too, and a lot of them were confused, and I'm like, right, of course you wouldn't understand what the heck I'm saying. I'm a nerd, I'm a dork, I'm a weirdo, I'm a goofball. Of course they wouldn't understand my lingo. Dumb it down. Sohma, you need to dumb it down. Maybe not dumb down is the right term. Or smarten it up. Use the brain cell a little bit more here. Girl says, climbing animation. Yeah. It's like an idle animation that just loops forever. Icy says, is it a tiny spider? It's a big enough spider for me to say it was brown with yellow stripes. Oh, it's so spooky. It's so spooky. It's the kind of brown that looks like red brown. Stop making me recall the finite details of the spider. And Colin says, that event was a defense battle. Players need to protect a certain thing from being destroyed by a swarm of enemies. If the target's health hits 0, you lose. If the target has at least 1% left, you win. And it's a time thing, I imagine. And Starsinger says, place the laser pen on the floor. No, I will not be fooled again. I can't expend the last of my energy on laser pointers. Mr. McGillicuddy says, this warframe still looks like a person, just with some spider legs. That's perfectly fine, go for it. I give you my blessing. I gotta let Bond know what's up, because Bond may not know what's up, and he'll, out of a reflex to help protect myself, he'll be like, no, and I'll be like, wait, it's okay. Colin says, this is Extreme Gear Sonic. First appearing in Sonic Riders and a playable character in Sonic Dash and Sonic Forces Speed Battle. The name of his gear is the Blue Star 2, a speed type gear that can rail grind and only Sonic can use it. It's like a skateboard. What are these little circle pads on it? You see the little circle pads? What are those for? I like the color scheme, it goes with him well. It's too bad the yellow stripe and the green goggles don't go together. But it sort of matches the yellow in his shoes. But the green goggles go great with his eyes. Hey, Neko Meow. Kanako, yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Kanako says, yeah, I'm a bit late, but that's because I was eating. Hey, was it a good nap? Did you have a good nap? I hope it was a good nap. Do you have any dreams? Oh, it's a hoverboard. That's cool. Can I have a hoverboard? I want a hoverboard. You know those boards you can stand on to try to balance yourself? A lot of my rehab exercises involve that, so I ended up buying one, and I think I'm a master of it now. Like, it's not that hard for me to do. I think it's because I have a lot of core strength. That means I have tummy strength. Colin says, if you want to see more extreme gears from the Sonic Riders game, I'll be glad to show you in a future Show Me Live. Sounds goodles. I'm all for it. Something I always notice about Sonic is that his ears look like cat ears. They're very cute. 1 sec, I'm gonna drink some water. Refreshing H2O check. Kanako says, I had good dreams about Deltarune, Sohma. That sounds wonderful. That's another game I need to play. That's cool. Do you have a favorite character from Deltarune? If so, which one? And here we've got a post saying, was gassing up when the storm overhead had the setting sun peek in through the gap in the clouds, turning the whole sky orange. Don't you want a skyline? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't know why my brain says that like this is like moments before an explosion. Colin says, extreme gears come in 3 types. Speed, flying, and power. Gotcha. It's gotta be speed. All speed. If not speed, all power. Thomas says, if I had known you were streaming today, I would have made baked potatoes for everyone. Dude, baked potatoes sound amazing. But I got a Sammy, so I'm relatively happy with that. I was telling Bot, I was like, my arms are like noodles today. I don't have the strength to make food. But if you get me home a sandwich, that'd be pretty good, because sandwiches are decently okay for your health. They aren't total junk food, depending on how you make it, right? Little bro says, you and explosions. I love explosions. Some things never change, no matter how many years go by. I love explosions. Cute things exploding. Please do not do this at home. Sentinel says, 3 kinds of extreme gear too. Board, bike, and shoes. The shoes one I feel like could be a little funny too. Do you guys remember the rollerbladey shoes? I think those are still a thing even today. I always wanted those when I was a kid, but I was like, I don't know how to skate, so that would be a little counterproductive to my, well-being. Hey, we got an Ender King in the chat. What's up? Sentinel says, the bike and board are more common. Got you. If I had to go for one, I feel like the board would be my go-to. Colin says, looks like the opening to The Lion King. Oh yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I believe this is a sunset though, right? Here's another picture. Dude, this is such a pretty one. And it's a long shot too. Is it, what do you call them? A panoramic shot? It's an exploding sun! Colin says, each extreme gear has its own unique abilities. Sounds pretty fun. Give me an example of one extreme gear unique ability. Rosie says, the shoes in Sonic Riders are basically like Shadow's air shoes. Shadow's got air shoes? You guys are teaching me new things. Sentinel says, the sky is so pretty. I know, I love looking up at the sky. Sometimes I'll go outside just to say hello to the sky. I love sky. Oh, and I love this little guy too. Look at him. Look, teeth. He's got teeth. This is Chuggle's new pet. It's a hedgehog. Speaking of hedgehogs. Look at the little teeths. He's so cute. He looks like he could use my brain cell though. A hedgehog. Oh. When I was once upon a time, I was seriously considering adopting one of these little guys, but I don't think it's legal where I live. It is a hedgehog baby. Look how pink their nose is. Super pink. They do also come with the boba eyes. Icy says baby Sonic. Yep, before they go blue. Rusty says, yeah, you notice how Shadow looks like he's always skating? Uh-huh. I just figured that was a Shadow exclusive. If Sonic gets a pair of air shoes, then he's just a poser. Colin says, well, some do well with speed, while others do well with turning. Oh, that takes me back to when I used to play racing games. There's this one racing game I used to play on the PS1 called, what was it called? It's by THQ. I think it was called Extreme Sports? I think it was called Extreme Sports. My mom and me used to play it a lot when I was a kid. I liked it because you could punch the chicken. And you could kick the other players too. It was so dumb. The sound effects made it sound even more dumb, which made me laugh a lot. It's an oldie. Icy says, do you want to boop it? Who wouldn't want to boop this snoot? But out of respect for the creature, I would not, because just like anybody else, I don't like it when mysterious fingers pop out of the ether and touch my nose. It's an invasion of personal space. Sentinel says movie Shadow is actually skating. I still need to see that movie. Why did all the things have to happen when that movie came out? Dang it. Aw, hey Mr. Diagonal Yips, thank you very much for the support. I sincerely appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up anytime. We also have a Discord server, which you can find in the description below if you would like to join us. Ender King says, by the way, Sohma, I saw your response to what I said in Discord, and I think you misunderstood me. I don't know who made the GIF. The character, not the artist. That's not Miku. Oh, I see. What is NA from? Feel free to educate me. There's a lot I still don't know about all these different fandoms and all these different characters, but she popped up when I was looking up Miku GIFs. So the search engine is busted. And Renchi says, Sohma, if you didn't see my message on Discord, I started watching the Apothecary Diaries. Well, how do you like it so far? Just curious, feel free to chime in with your thoughts. And now we have a post by Winged Wolf. Winged Wolf says for their first picture illustration, this is Reptilio, my kaiju, like Godzilla. Very cool. See, they got a Garar face for the profile and a flamethrower arm. And a drill tail. Very, very cool. Also very spiky too. So, since they're kaiju, how tall are they? Like skyscraper tall? And the girl says, I forgot to take my interesting screenshots over pictures for the Show Me Live this time. My apologies. No apologies needed because it might take me some time to get to the most recent posts. Because it's been since December. But I refuse to leave any post unseen. You know? You know? Mr. Diagonal Yip says, mainly I wanted to say I quit drinking 13 weeks ago. Congratulations! Oh my gosh! That's a huge achievement! That is seriously huge, my dude! Good job so far. Keep it up! You keep pushing and fighting the good fight, and I'll keep going to the treadmill. I hate exercise, but exercise reminds me that my body's alive, so it's like a love-hate relationship. Seriously, a big yippee, right? Right? Great work! Hip hip hooray! Hey, Emil Batstorm, what's up? Welcome to the stream, my dude. And next illustration we have here is a 3D model that Winged Wolf made. This is Fang the Dragon. Ooh, looking good so far. When I took a 3D modeling class in college, my professor strongly advised don't do quadrupeds, do humanoids only. And I ended up trying to draw or make a model of my Little Pony OC at the time. And it was incredibly difficult, and it turned out so ugly. That's why nobody knows what that looks like. But this isn't about that. This is about Winged Wolf's creation here, which is looking pretty cool so far. Great work. And the last one says, my parents' wedding gift. Oh, cute. That's adorable. I love the pose you put them in. Very well done. And Starsinger says, that art looks simplified, but also pretty good for someone who can still improve a little. That's a little unnecessary to say in such a way. I just feel that their art is coming out great, is what I'm trying to get at here. I wouldn't go around calling people's art simplified. That's a little rude. Next up, we got food. I hope you guys are not hungry and have hopefully eaten dinner already. Of course, Shoujo with the food pictures. I asked, and I can confirm that these are indeed meatballs. And Kaneko says, I found out about the existence of banana ice cream today. Banana ice cream? I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of trying that out. How is it? Do you like it? It good? Is it good enough to try again? I haven't tried it yet. If you ever discover it and get the opportunity, tell me all about it. I love learning about food. And she said, it's been a long time since I drew something. I need to draw something cute again. But make sure to have fun. That's the most important part. Well, by that definition, Rusty, a lot of my artwork is considered simple. I can't be that simple. I worked really hard on it. Griel says, I couldn't imagine modeling anything organic. I tried recreating the Cyclops submarine in AutoCAD program, and it was difficult. Yeah, anything in regards to like 3D stuff, I don't want to go back to that. One day, I may attempt to learn Blender just for VR purposes. Maybe. But that's in the far future, because we do have a VR headset now. If not for my stupid brain tumor, I would have been exploring all the different things we could have done with the Vive by now. Yeah, we have the Vive. And I'm just like, it's a cool headset, but I don't think I can use it just yet because I'm still making sure I don't fall over and go boom. Charles says, do you or Mr. Bond buy fireworks? I've never played with fireworks before. And even if I could, I don't think I'd be allowed to hold them. Ender King says, there's a reason I can only do arthropods. This is why. Rusty says, I mean, instead of calling something simple, call it chibi. There you go. There are alternative ways to say things. Desho, right? Girl says, ooh, VR is so much fun, but yeah, not good for motion sicknesses. Mike Clinton says, yup, as you guys know, I easily get motion sickness, or motion sick when playing certain video games. And I tried looking at my Minecraft world via the Vive, and I almost fell over it. I'm like, ooh. But it was fun. In the moment, it was fun because I had a little minecart system that it felt like I was in an actual ride. I was like, what the heck? This is so surreal. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, hey Sohma, I have a random surprise. It's pure. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the surprise. I really appreciate it. That is super kind of you. I appreciate the support. If there's any way that I can thank you, just let me know. Hey, Pods and Pals received a gift membership. Yo, that's super nice of you. Look at you sharing the kindness. Proud of you. And then she says, feel free to ask for a piece of something comfy and sweet. I always appreciate posts that are comfy and sweet. Although now I'm hungry. Thanks, show. And it's ice cream! I want ice cream! And this looks like fettuccine alfredo, although I could be mistaken. The chicken looks grilled and delicious. And I feel a sneeze coming on. Jojo, feed me! Don't just send food pictures. You have to commit and send the food over. This is another form of torture. And Kanako says, I'm always astonished by 3D animators because I know 2D animation is already difficult. Animation in general is extremely difficult. I've dabbled a little bit in 2D animation for most of my life, actually, since I was 16 years old. Back when my first YouTube account existed. What was it called? That's how long ago it's been, because that account has been destroyed by YouTube. What was it called? I think I was Hungry Sohma even back then. I used to make Resident Evil animations mixed with techno music. It was a really weird time. Shadow Leaky was my inspiration at the time. Good times, good times. It was Hungry Sohma 16. Thank you, little bro. You have confirmed the myth. I appreciate it. And Ender King says, I can't draw, so 3D is the only animation I can do. That is still super impressive. Give yourself a pat on the back, my dude. That's a lot of work. And you taught yourself the skill. Even more commendable. And Kanako says, I have like 6 separate unfinished 2D animations because I lost motivation. I'm sorry to hear that. It's really difficult to keep the motivation, especially when you know how many steps are involved with the animation you're planning to do. Because at least through my experiences, animation takes a lot of prep work. You have to prepare. And you're like, do I want to move this layer or do I want to move that layer? Or am I just going to do it frame by frame the entire way? Do I want to do it frame by frame the entire way? Will I survive the process? Nope, I'm done. The girl says, the days of wanting to create music videos with video games, I feel that draw so badly. I just can't draw. It's okay, it's okay. Just because you don't feel like you can draw now doesn't mean you can't learn. You can learn. You just can't give up on yourself. You must be patient and kind to yourself. That is very important. Because, I mean, you want to know where I started out? I started out with MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker. We all got to start somewhere. Sentinel says, chaos and cuddles, that's a norm. I like that norm. Ben says, I miss those old streams you did on that channel. Your streams of Dust and Elysian Tale and something that is still having fond memories of. They eventually led to me playing the game myself. One day, would you guys ever like me to try out Dust on this channel just for old time's sake? That could be a stream idea, just for funsies. Also, let me go ahead and open this Reddit page real fast so that I can throw you guys the link in chat, because I always like to give you guys the source material. There you go. There is the Reddit post there. And in this picture, we have... I can relate to this picture! I can relate to this picture very much. I have basically seen two types of Revenant art online. Look. I don't know who Revenant is, but it's like... There's this side, and then there's small, but with giant greatsword. I like the small, but with giant greatsword. That is an aesthetic that I can get down to anytime. Speaking of, I recently picked up Fantasy Life, and I was like, they were like, here are all the different lives you can choose from. And I'm like, oh, this one says it comes with a greatsword, so I'm just gonna go with whatever the heck this one is. It was Mercenary. I was just like, greatsword? Say less. I love greatswords. Oh, greatswords will always be amazing. I can thank and or blame Final Fantasy VII for that influence growing up. And she says the animations on the old channel were super cute. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Ah, I see you guys are a fan of Dust. Dust was a lot of fun to play and discover too. The person behind it worked really, really hard on it. And the TLC they put into it, it really shows. And Sentinel says, this is the Revenant from Elden Ring Night Ring. More specifically, a meme I found on Reddit. Fun fact, Revenant is the shortest character in the game. She is a short girl with big bonks. I love it! I love it very much. The bigger the bonks, the better. Girl says, great swords are amazing. It's something I wouldn't expect to hear from the Kit Kat on a Show Me Live. Really? Really? Then clearly we've got some getting to know each other to do. And she says, dang, I need a better PC. I need to play with friends. I have a mighty need. Cue the gif. Cue the Invader Zim gift. The mightiest of needs. And Ender King says, by the way, if you don't mind me going back for a second, I think I know why NA popped up in the gift search for Miku. Ooh, 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 please tell, please tell, please tell. Context is king. I love having context for stuff. Mr. McGillicuddy says, she's a part of Night Rain? How the heck do I unlock her? Is she a boss fight? Is she a friend? Can you has summoned to fight alongside with as comrade? Ender King says, it's probably because Anna is from Kagero Daze, which was originally a Vocaloid fanfic that the author decided to make into its own thing. Anna is the original character they replaced Miku with. Eh? That's kind of cool. This is like hidden lore stuff. I wonder if I tell Bon about it, if he would be familiar at all. Because there was a point in time where both me and Bon were huge fans of Vocaloid everything. But I missed out on that. And I'm like, how did that escape the radar? Girl says, big dude with small weapon or tiny bean with big weapon. Always tiny bean with the big weapon. Yes. Small but mighty. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And she says, Kit Kat is always great to her gal, and she's awesome. Aw, shucks, thank you, Richie. You're awesome, too. Rusty says, I am now imagining Sohma pulling a great sword 3 times her size out of her floof. You wouldn't be wrong. If I can carry it, you bet your butts I would. Can I use Bond like a great sword? Out of the way, everyone! I'm gonna come smacking everybody with a giant bond stick! Mr. Diagonal Yip says, Sohma, are you friends with Moxie Mongoose? I am sadly unfamiliar with this Moxie Mongoose. Is they another content creator? Are they part of a series? Sentinel says you unlock her if you beat her. Ah, you gotta work for it. Gotcha. Girl says, run, Bon. She's giggling maliciously. You're not wrong. When I start giggling like that, that's when you know that like, the chaos is about to ensue. All I have to do is scare Bon stiff, grab him by the ankles, and then start swinging away like he's a bat. Ender King says, Kage no Daze actually got its one anime adaptation called Mekaku City? Mekaku City Actors. I'm gonna have to look into this knowledge later on. I'm very curious about it. I don't really recommend it because it never explains what the heck is happening, but still, something to mention. It's like one of those fun facts. Once upon a time in a land far away. Kind of bits. Colin says, Sohma, I wouldn't go around swinging Bon around like a greatsword. He'll definitely be on the worst end of it. That's true, and I wouldn't want to kerfuffle his cute, adorable face. Nope. Because by the time I'm done, it's gonna go from cute and adorable to very angry and puffy. And then I'm in for a lecture. Again. Can Bon make sword sounds? I think so. He did name himself Bonzato at one point, which was a name inspired by a sword. The girl says they almost always end up with someone getting hurt or hurting themselves. I like to run into things, so I have to resist that urge on the daily now. I can't let the intrusive thoughts win anymore because now I can't afford to take any more noggin damage. That is unacceptable loss. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, I think I made a mistake. He's kind of, oh my. He's very nice to his chatters. It's okay. It's alright if that's their kind of shtick and if that's their brand, if you catch my meaning there. I mean, I'm also besties with a similar kind of VTuber. If you guys are familiar with Lumi at all. Lumi Celestine. She's my good friend. I've known her for many years. And she says, I can picture art of Sohma swinging Bon in Elden Ring. Bon, help me! Wait, what does the term Bonkai mean? I forget. But I feel like I could use that in a very joking sense of the word. Kanako says, there is a doggo attacking my face with loving licks right now. Ah! It can range from sweet and adorable to, okay, enough. Because I've known many a puppers, and some are very sweet when they do it, and then others don't stop unless you pick them up and place them somewhere else. Sentinel says there's even a character in Night Ring that loves wielding colossal weapons. I'm very happy to hear this. So Revenant, huh? If by some crazy, near impossible reason I would pick up Night Rain, that would be my first and main goal of playing the DLC. Only reason, really. It's that small thing. This little powder puff. Yes, cookies! I could go for some cookies. Some sweetness. And Sentinel says, dang it, now I'm getting the idea of posting pictures of the Night Rain characters in the Show Me Live channel. Yeah, go for it. You are free to, my friend. And with the last post here, we have about a month ago, I joined in on Voop Chat. Really good events and awesome community. Cute character! Cute My Little Pony character! An adorable Pegasi. Is this your OC? Mr. McGillicuddy says, well, if you are looking for people to play Night Rain with, I'd be happy to help. I heard from one of y'all that it's definitely a game that you need to play with your friends. Otherwise, it is just pure suffering and not the good kind. Every time I see Elden Ring in any kind of format, whether it's online or in the form of a book at a bookstore, I'm just like, you. Stay away from me. I said I'm done. I'm done with you. Stop making DLCs. Stop it. Girl says, is that Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps? I don't know. I can't say for certain. Imagine me shrugging right now. I have no clue. Star Singer says, for context, I commissioned this 2D PonyTuber model from Mini Draws. Very cool. Gotta appreciate PonyTubers too. One day I may or may not do a transformation to an MLP form. I just need a reason because making a brand new model from scratch is a lot of hard work. That's your OC? Looking good! Looking good, Star Singer. So what does one do in Voop chat? Do they go Voop Voop? Hold up, I got a scratch behind my ear. Oh, when they cut into my head, they also cut into the side of my ear and they nicked both the front and the back. The front, I can tell, is almost completely healed up, but the back is itchy. Itchy, 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 itchy. Aichi says, speaking of My Little Pony, Sohma, today I bought my new Little Pony G4 stuff at Hot Topic. Dude, Hot Topic has a lot of good, like, merchandise when it comes to MLP. Ah, yeah. And Miniso C. What is Miniso C? Is that a website? Is that a store? I am unfamiliar with that name. Sonic Kirby, what's up, Kirby Master? Hey, it has been a while. It's lovely to see you again. Sonic and Kirby says, it's been a while since I've been doing some leadership stuff in band. I got bumped up there. I gotta go scroll back uppies. And we actually reached the bottom of the Show Me Live. I didn't think it was possible, but we actually did it! In one go, nonetheless. To continue, Kirby Master says, since I've been busy doing some leadership stuff in band, I'm just glad we got back safely. Also, I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds. The Logia Curse There's a Logia Curse update? What? When? When? Hey. I wanna do swimming battles again. It's a strange kind of suffering I want to invite back into the Monster Hunter community. That's cool. I look forward to giving that a try. I also did get the chance. That was the first thing I did when I got back from rehab and I got home. When I got home, I cracked open the PC. Not actually cracked. I booped the button. I was like, turn on. I need to play Monster Hunter Wilds! Ooh, what kind of Zenless Zone Zero screenshots? Grey Owl, careful! You know that can be kind of sus sometimes. Today, Laggy is in Wilds now. Well, that's a good reason to jump back into that game and give myself another thing on the to-do list. I got lots of stuff I got to do. There's so many video games I want to play, and I want to get better at Hatsune Miku before Friday comes around. I want to try to polish my skills as much as possible. I gotta get good. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, Super Chats when? Around the time I was thinking about, like, looking into it. If that's something you guys are interested in, I'll do some research on the subject and see if that's something we want to do. Good question. Thanks for asking. I have no planned dates. Kanako says, I am back with banana ice cream to try. Try it. And Ender King says, mind if I yap for a bit about Kagero Daze in chat? It's one of those life-changing stories for me. Yeah, go for it. If it had that much of an impact for you, I say yap away. Hyperfixations, go. IHG says, Miniso C is a store that has many anime and pop culture stuff like Hello Kitty, Super Mario, Harry Potter, and many more. They sell pillows, plushies, snacks, and more stuff. Cool. Let me see if I can look up this store online. I'm very curious about it now. This is Miniso C. I think I might have one where I live. Yeah, but it's at a random mall where I live. We've got lots of malls where I live. I want to go to one. That would be a fun weekend adventure. And I wanted to go to the theaters today, but Bond said next week. I want to watch dinosaurs eat people. I want to see the new Jurassic Park movie, or I'm sorry, Jurassic World movie. And she says, I also have a few Zenless Zone Zero screenshots. A few of them are on the video games channel on Discord, but some of them are old. Feel free to post it in the Show Me Live chat right now if you guys wanna. If you wanna. Ooh. No spoilers though, that's my only request. I haven't done the story just yet. Let me see. I see a Lycon, and can I make a comment real quick about Wise's new outfit? Did bro get kicked up or what? Why does this new outfit make the buns stand out? The buns are very standy outy here. Why? Why does Wise have such a big butt? If it wasn't sus before, I'm gonna make it sus now. Lycon says, when I see a river, I occasionally have the urge to jump. Please don't. I'm sorry, I was just kidding there. I'm not very good at this. But this whole talking by the riverside. Aw, are they going on a date? Girl says, I'm so glad I chose Lycon as my free S rank. He's such a goober. You guys going for an evening stroll together? Aw, how romantic. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I also play Wise as my main character. Hello, Happy Meep. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday so far. Come on, throw me more Zenless pictures and stuff. I'll make fun of it the best I can. I'll try not to stare at butts too much. Let's be real. Zenless Zone Zero is a game where butts are the highlight. Then again, for some, it might be more the top-heavy stuff, if you catch my meaning. Ender King says, there's also several adaptations of Kagerodaze, including the anime I mentioned and a light novel. Ooh, I do enjoy light novels from time to time, especially if it's something I can follow. But my favorite two are the musical and there's a musical? There's a straight up musical? That's crazy! Also, thank you so much for the support, Mr. Diagonal Yips. You didn't have to do that. Seriously, that's awesome of you. If there's anything I can do to show you my gratitude, I will do my best to do so. Thank you, thank you! Rusty says, Polka is bae. Polka's great if you just want to play any other character as your active character and not her. Just because she has an active passive that constantly pops off every now and again. But because she's adorable, I'm just like, kind of want her to be out and about. But now that we have a tiger, now that we have small chibi tiger who's spin, I love the spinning tiger. She is so flippin' cute. And her main attacks are lots of slashies, and she gives me nostalgia whiplash of the days when I used to play as Taokaka when I did play Blaze Blue with Bon. Polka is pretty cool though. Do you guys have a favorite character? Should I launch Zenless just for the giggles? I need to catch up on story. I need to also catch up on events. I need more polychromes. Then she says, I know a friend who has Polka energy. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You have a cool friend. So I imagine, going by that definition, would they be more withdrawn? Huh. Fascinating. So tsundere, right? Mr. Diagonal Yip says, if I could ask one thing, just say, taco pizza! I want taco pizza. No, that's not healthy. Must make healthy food decisions. No, I like taco pizza. Taco pizza, taco pizza. I like the taco pizza from Taco Bell. I grew up on that stuff. It's good. And Kanako posted I had a heavy Splatoon phase in the past and wanted to show my Splatoon 2 and 3 variants. Hey, looking pretty cool. I love the color combination of the yellow, I want to say hair, but they're technically tentacles, right? And the black attire. Very cool. This one's neat too. I love the little curly cues. I didn't know tentacles could do that. And the ripped leggings is always a nice touch. Very cool. Thanks for sharing that, Kanako. Oh. Oh, thank you for sharing this with me, Ender. I'll give this a look-see. Is it a GIF? Is it what am I looking at? Soup! I have no context as to what's going on, but soup! I love soup! If I could shake something aggressively to just pick just how much I'm gonna whack this thing. Oh, I hit my microphone. I'm not allowed to shake things, but here I am destroying my microphone. What is this thing? How does one define armrest? I'll just flip around my armrest. I love soup! Oh, they're called octolinks. Gotcha. Hi. I'm so sorry if that made a loud chabang onto the microphone. My apologies. There we go. And fixed. And Kanako says, yep, their tentacles are their hair in lore. Gotcha. And then she says, oh, be careful. I'll try to be more careful. I got a little too excited. I love soup. Soup is amazing. Do you guys have a favorite soup? I love ramen. I love chicken noodle soup. I also love this one soup called arroscaldo. That one's like a rice porridge. Made with chicken stock for its base. And you can put like fried garlic chips on top of it. And it uses ginger to really spice things up. It's really good. I also love beef laga. And then she says, me, Rusty, and Sentinel are sharing the #1 place. That's good. Look at you guys go. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing soup. Soup. I'll always be extremely happy about. Oh, it's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. I'm gonna die. Don't worry. I will go up to the Zenless pic I missed. Here, let me grab this. This is source material so we can support the artist. She is so fluffy. She looks like the happiest and the warmest loaf. That's a certified loaf right there. And Sentinel says, bacon and potato soup is my favorite. Dude, that's comfort food right there. That's soup for the soul. Which I'm pretty sure is a novel out there. Somewhere in the world. Okay, let me just scroll back up real quick. We're getting a little hyped over here. Oh, that artwork is beautiful. That artwork is killer. I love the use of their line art, and it reminds me of Bond's art style to some extent. But it looks so good. It looks so good. It's so pretty. Look at those eyes. Ah. I can't help but have just an appreciation for certain art styles, you know? Here I am pretzeling my legs in ways that I shouldn't be pretzeling them during a live stream. You're gonna regret that. Ah, that's Future's me problem. One of the manga covers. They have a manga? That's so freaking cool! Yeah, she does look an awful lot like Miku, except her pigtails are short. Like they got cut off right here. It's fascinating. Ah, so. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, I apologize if I'm breaking the rules on your stream, Sohma, but Matcha Mouse knows some great recipes as well. You're good. Not breaking no rules. I always try to like keep you guys in the know. If ever there's an oopsie daisy, I'll let you guys know, and then we just move on, and then we do our best to have more fun. And Kanako says, I'm getting slight brain freeze from the banana ice cream. Oh no. That's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I hope it passes as quickly as it came. It's really hot where you're located? I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that ice cream can do you some good. Rip Kaleido's characterization, by the way. Let me see. Mrs. Shortstack over here. Feels like you're trying to suggest something through your camera link. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. I like that, because she's the shortest character out of all the cast. She's tiny. I miss her old voice actor. Her old voice actor had the tiny, small, but scruffy voice. Because she don't like to be messed around with, you know? Little bro says she's Iron Mouse POV. Is Iron Mouse a short stack? I want to be short! I want to be shorter! I want to be pocket size so I can be portable. The girl said this line killed me when I saw this. I don't blame you. It's getting a chuckle out of me right now. Colin says, is the brain freeze making you bananas, Neko Meow? Good question! It's punny! One clap for the pun. I applaud you. I give you 2 clap. Oh, so generous. Little Bro says, Iron Mouse is about 4 feet something. I want to be 4 feet something. My mom was 4 feet something. Why did my dad's genes have to make me taller? Dang it! Sentinel says, taking a risk with this. This is Wilder, the class you start as. He's an all-rounder and a master at great swords, but he can wield any weapon really. The contraption on his gauntlet is a claw shot. It's a grappling hook that is useful for exploration and combat. So kind of like the thing you have in the Monster Hunter series. I keep forgetting what they call it. It's got a new name every game. Mr. McGillicuddy says, hey Sohma, is it okay if I post something in the Show Me Live since you are already at the end? Yeah, go for it. I'm just vibing with y'all at this point. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Little Bro says, big sis, if you were any shorter, me or Bun would lose you in a yard of tall grass. That's okay, then I could be a Pokemon and you guys could literally have a wild encounter with me. I'll use Tackle. Hey Cricket Gamer, what's up? Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. It's okay, I could be a Pokemon. Hey, if you guys had to catch me in a Pokeball, what Pokeball would you use? Please don't just use the standard Pokeball. Don't you dare use a Quick Ball. I will bite that thing in half. It's a disgrace. Get that out of here. Kanago says, a wild Sohma appeared. Exactly. And Ender says, yeah, we can't do videos, not while we're live. Apologies, Ender. That has to get sent into, or get checked by Zaban and myself. And then I have to prepare the file and figure out how in the world am I going to display this? Because, oh wait, I could display it via the Discord window capture I've got going on right now, technically, but I gotta make sure the sound is not copyright sourced. Kanako says, Ultra Ball. Ultra Balls are pretty cool. I know Bon likes them because of the color scheme being black and yellow. He loves that color combo. And Sentinel says, what other attacks would you have? Also, I would use a heal ball or an ultra ball. Heal ball! Yes, 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 yes. I love the heal ball. I could use the heals. Let's see. What would a shiny Sohma look like? Good question. Good question. You know, that's something I should consider illustrating one of these days. My cat form already looks like a Pokemon or a Skitty. I don't want to be blue. I don't want to be blue. I want to be purple. Grail says, could probably catch you with a glass and a piece of paper. Ow? Ouch, excuse you? That sounds painful. Also, are you trying to give me paper cuts? Grail, explain yourself. And Mr. Diagonal Yip says, this might sound cringe on my end as I've been spending some money, but I would say a luxury ball. Heck yes, let's go! Only the greatest, the finest Pokeball. For me. Thank you! It's basically hooking me up with a sweet hotel. What do you call those? Like, the luxury hotel suites. Thank you! Then I'll be very, very comfy. Those are the comfiest Pokeballs. I have a friend, when Sword and Shield came out, I have a friend that dedicated his entire playthrough to only using luxury balls because he wanted nothing but the best for his Pokemon. It was a sentimental thing, and I thought, like, oh, that is so sweet. And so that left a very big impression on me with luxury balls. Also, the sparkly effect that pops off when you release a Pokemon from the Pokeball is very, very nice. I like it. Grail says, one of those bug vacuums, perhaps, so we can interrogate you afterwards. I'm not a bug! I'm not a bug! Excuse you! Excuse you. Renji says, I'm so close to my final stage of evolution. I'm always evolving. I'm never done evolving. That's the roadmap to life. Never stop evolving. Always keep shedding that skin. Ven says, I'd use a Master Ball to catch you. A Master Ball? That's cheating! That's cheating and it looks like a Venonat. Mr. McGillicuddy says, question, Sohma. Have you seen the latest Digital Start? Yes, I have, and it was a really good episode. It had a lot of character development. I don't know if you call it development as much as it is revealing of the characters and their pasts. And also, what was my favorite part of that episode? There was a lot of good moments. Jax in a maid outfit, though, was hilarious to me. And Gango laughing at him at that moment, I was just like, you know what? That's fair. After all the bullying, you know what? I consider this even between the two. I like how when the maid outfit wore off, his ears perked up and he's like, oh, great, I'm not a vegan anymore. And then just takes off and immediately starts eating his other half. He's so chaotic. Also, hey, Sylphin Sky, I see that in the chat. Where are you? Where are you? Doko. Doko friend. Where is friend? My eyeballs fail me. Hello! I'm so sorry, I almost missed you in the chat. Hello and welcome and happy Tuesday to you. Let me go ahead and catch up with these recent submissions. Here we've got a new Warframe I was talking about, Araxia. I don't know much about her moveset yet, but from what I saw, she can use the legs on her back to move around and cling to walls and summon small spiderlings to fight for her. Well, she doesn't scare me all too much. Her spiderlings might. Yep. She has her very human form. It's a distraction. She's really just a spider and nothing else. This reminds me of all the memes that popped off with the Dark Souls spider boss. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I think the joke at the time was like, just hear me out. Kanako says, despite being a bunny, Jax acted a lot like a cat. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He didn't get to do his full Australian episode, so he needed to kill something. I love that his immediate reaction to evil Jax was just like, you need to die. Because he's anything but. He's quite the polar opposite. Good for you, Singer Rusty, although I still don't... If he ever put the swagger on, that would just be like, whoa, okay, that's weird. Girl says, we doing hear me outs? I am slightly open to the concept. What if I did a whole stream of just that? I'd be too busy laughing. I'll take a couple. Oh, my alarm's popping up. Shush. Quiet, you adorable watch. Also, creature! What is this creature? I learned about a new dino. I think it's what we found. It's called a Dictodon. Trying not to say the other pronunciation. Look at his teepees! Look at his teepees and little fangs. Oh, he's so cute. He's adorable. He looks like a dog. Or a cat. Can I take him home? I want to put this guy in an outfit. I bet he'll look cute in a dress. Aw, so cute. Look at the feet, too. Was this from the movie as well? And Sentinel says, this is the Raider, a veteran fighter who loves huge weapons. He likes hitting hard and dishing back any damage he takes. His main weapon is a huge weapon that's like an axe and a hammer had a baby, and it grew to colossal size. It's the Bonkum Chopper Upper. Huh. Fascinating. Correct, Aishi. This is baby. A very cute reptile, Sylphin. Rosie says, being a furry, I got a few hear me outs. That's more than just a few then, if that's the case. Just saying, just saying. This is adorable. Ven says, I hope you all stay cool from the summer heat. Agreed. Just for the occasion, I saw this and I figured I'd show this multi-part sequence. It's a comic. Oh no, they're becoming a snowball. And they're spinning. Poor thing. I hope somebody will be able to find them. Let me also grab the Twitter link so you guys have the source material. And you can check it out yourselves if you guys ever wish to. Gotta support our artists. And then go back. Gotta go back. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I am a bit farther away from my microphone right now, but that's just because I am comfy right now. The expression here just screams, someone please end my suffering. It does! I like how angry he is. It's not even a scary kind of angry. He's just flustered. He turned so red. He was as red as a tomato when it first happened. I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen Jax this angry before. Alright, she says, Sohma in a snowball. That's not me! I don't think I could handle any form of spinning nowadays, which is unfortunate. But I do love the idea of spinning. Spinning is fun. Ben says, I hear you loud and clear, Sohma. Snowball goes spin! Very, very cute comic. For sure. And speaking of comic, I'm working on a small short that I want to share with all of you guys in the near future. But I've got a lot of coloring to do. I have all the line art done, but I gotta color it all. And Sentinel says, this is Iron Eye, an expert marksman and, as the community agrees, the best class in the game. Right, you have classes in Elden Ring. Wait, you have to pick new classes? The best class of the game. Bows are his bread and butter and could probably shoot a wing off a fly from a mile away. That's pretty cool. A very good description. And she says, I have no idea what to post on the Show Me Live. No obligation to you guys. I want you to know, this is just for funsies. This is my way of just spending time with y'all. Kanako says, I love each scene with disappearing men, and also the part where Jack said, democracy sucks. He did say that. I was all like, well, that's because everybody has an opinion, don't they? Mr. McGillicuddy says, let's not forget that his VA also did the voice of Angel Dust in the pilot of Hazbin Hotel, so when Zibble said, I figured this would suit you, kinda has a double meaning. Huh. There you go, more fun facts, let's go. You guys are very intelligent. You guys have lots of fun facts at your fingertips. I am trying to form a sentence. Brain is configuring how to articulate how I think you guys are awesome for always having so much information at your disposal. Aishi says, new YouTube shorts? Will there be food? Not this time. Sadly, there's no food. And Rocky and Lackadaisy, same voice actor. That's cool, it's very neat when you're able to recognize a voice actor, and it's like, wait, I swear I've heard this voice before, and everybody's scratching their heads, and once you get the name, everybody goes, that's the one! Just like how I recently learned that this one character named Miyamura from this one anime called Horimiya is the same voice as Anton from Zenless Zero, and I'm just like, no! They're two completely different personalities! It's so strange, I can't unhear it! It's driving me crazy. And Kanako says he also did N in Murder Drones. That's cool. Grail says, you guys are very intelligent. Immediately reconsiders. I didn't want to finish that sentence because it's like not wrong. It's just I didn't know how it would come off or if it would sound patronizing. I was worried about like how it could come off. Not that I meant wait, I'm not saying that you guys aren't intelligent. You guys are super intelligent. Wow, girl. What a way to paint me as the villain. I see how it is. I'm getting hungry. Where's Bon? Aw, he's in the bedroom. No fun, no fair. Girl also posted a picture here saying, ooh, found an old Starfield screenshot. This'll do nicely. I know nothing of Starfield. But that's a little rude. Who put this message here? Well, whoever wrote that also sucks. Self-inscribed says, I have a degree in smarts, thus I has many brain. Here to share some, I'm missing some. I'm missing some brain. Apparently the tumor dented mine and left a hole in it. Mr. McGillicuddy says, mate, I know I'm a baka, but no need for someone else to say it out loud. I feel that. I can call myself an idiot any time of the day, but if anyone else says that, not cool. And we've got some posts here by Ender. Back in May, I tried doing one of those month-long art challenges, but only got 2 days in before burning out. Dude, that's hard. That's hard. Let me see if I can grab this and post it. I know how to do this. I'm gonna grab... Here's the source. I'm gonna put that first in chat. Post the source. Then I'm gonna yoink this. I have my ways. Then I will paste these. Was this one of the 3D models you were talking about earlier, Ender? Let me see if I can grab the other one. Oh, it's just a little guy. You made a little friend. That's cute. I like the second picture. It's just a little dude. Look, you guys, it's just a little dude here. I gotta move this. One sec. I have many layers on OBS. It's just a little dude. 2 dudes. And then Self-Inscribed says, I feel that art challenge one. I learned to draw off of one of those, but it burned me out so bad. It's hard. I was never able to get back into the swing of it. I feel burnout. I get that all too well. Especially after this week. I've been trying really hard to get back into the groove of things again. Especially with art, illustrations, and maybe even some... Do you guys ever do vent art just for fun? I do vent art, but I usually just keep it to myself and a select few trusted friends. Rusty says, curious, have you seen the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters? I have not seen the trailer for it, but I've seen a couple of clips of it on YouTube, and I'm just like, there's this giant tiger dragon thing, I don't even know what it is, but it knocks over a pot, and then it awkwardly tries to pick it up with that same paw, and I'm just like, it's so adorable and awkward! I want to hug this creature, and I want to watch whatever the heck this is. I didn't even know it was a movie at first. Like, is it a movie like you gotta go to theaters to see a movie, or is it like a, oh, if you happen to have a Netflix account, you can watch it here? Mr. Diagonal Yip says, on a real note, I fractured my hip 3 weeks ago, but I'm healing quicker than my doctors told me. I am so sorry to hear that. I hope you're not in a lot of pain. And I'm glad to hear you're healing up very quickly. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Self-Inscribed says, oh my, I hope you recover soon. Me too. Hip pain, I heard, can be very excruciating, so stay strong. You'll get through this before you know it. And Rusty says, I think it's on Netflix. Oh, I got you. Well, Bon's Okasama mother has a Netflix account. We could poke her about that later on, if she is willing to share. Alright, let me go and see what else we got. I feel like there are a couple more posties over here. I think what's the most important thing or takeaway when it comes to doing anything creative, like creative-wise, is to find a means to enjoy the process. Like, I recently made a couple more add-ons to my Vtuber model for this Friday's stream. Some of you have seen that, because I posted a picture of it, for members. I mean, even doing the fluffy ears here was an experiment. But then I was able to make it work, and I was like, yay, I still remember how to do rigging. Oh, thank God, I was scared. I was worried, because, like, you know, after the surgery, it's like, how much of my memory still works? how good does problem solving work? It still works. Okay, thank God, it works. It works. I can still problem solve. That's how I learned Life 2D. It was a lot of experimenting around. And she says, K-pop Demon Hunters is amazing. A must watch. Well, you don't have to try to convince me. I'm already sold. And Kaneko says, for some reason, the ice cream made me tired, but I shall not leave until I pass out from pure exhaustion. Well, don't push yourself too hard. Coming from the one who oftentimes pushes herself too hard. We should both rest when we both need to, alright? And Mr. McGillicuddy says, I feel the same way after drinking orange juice for some reason. It's a lot of sugar. Orange juice is delicious but evil. I can't drink orange juice without being like, ugh. It's too much. Then we got a picture of Springtrap in Dead by Daylight. It made a lot of fans cheer, but put his movie self in there was the chef's kiss. Oh yeah, it's got it's got the movie actor here, right? It's fascinating that they took that angle when adding this character in. Mr. McGillicuddy says, I feel the same way after drinking orange juice for some reason. Dude, same. Also, we can't see, that's right. There you go, now you can see the Springtrap. Spooky guy. The pose he's in, he's got so much attitude. Sandrew, yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. The actor who also played Shaggy. That's right. That's right. That was the strangest, like, discovery when everybody was screaming about it at the time. I was just like, I see it and it's weird. I can't unsee it. Maybe if we give him a Scooby snack, he'll calm down. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, thank you, Sylvan Scar. I've been taking Oxy. Oh, I used to be on oxycodone. That was the first pain reliever I was given after my surgery. Why did they take me off Oxy? Then they gave me nortriptyline. And then I stopped feeling all forms of emotion, and I went completely numb. So we stopped taking that. And then I had a lot of withdrawal symptoms, and now I'm on... What's the last one? The last one is gabapentin, which doesn't have that many drawbacks, thankfully. And it does help with the head pain. It's so strange when I see a medication that I'm familiar with. I'm like, oh, I know that one! I took that one! Ah, yeah, the word addiction, that's right. That's what Bond's mom was concerned about the most when the doctors put me on that. And I'm all like, I really like the medication because it put me to sleep right away. It's a good sleeping aid. And Bond's mom cradled my head in her hands and she's like, she's already addicted. She's already addicted to the medicine. I'm all like, no, I'm not. I just like having the ability to sleep. Sleeping's good. Sleeping's nice. When I was fresh out the hospital, sleeping was really difficult to do. It was hard because everything hurt. All the nerves in my head were healing. Well, they're still healing. And I couldn't sleep on the back of my head or the left or the right of my head. Every angle was a trap. Grail says, like Scoob, I'm a middle-aged man jump scare. I can't do the voice, but you guys get the idea. Sylvan Scar says, y'all are hilarious. You guys are. You guys have been on your extra funny game today. What's up? Maybe this Tuesday has been a good Tuesday for all of you, and I hope that's the case. Libro says, Big Sis, I'm just grateful you're making improvements. Me too! Thank you, I appreciate it. Libro says, I still remember the whole time wanting to come see ya, and me just going, with what money, Wolf? You can't pay airlines and I owe you. Not unless you sneak in a bag carry-on. Unless you can sneak in a carry-on, otherwise, yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. Would not recommend that. I'm so glad you didn't, though. Just because I would have died of embarrassment. If you came to see me when I was in the hospital, it's so embarrassing. embarrassing. I could barely hold my own food. My left hand just wouldn't work. The amount of times I have dropped tomato bisque on myself. And Kanako says, I'm always an eepy foxo. I just want to eep after doing anything. Oh, that's a mood. I hope you get the rest you need, and I hope you actually feel rested after you do an eep. That's something I'm still striving for myself. Colin says, they went all in on the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter in Dead by Daylight. That's cool. You gotta love it when a game puts extra TLC into something like this. The girl says, a friend just started streaming Date Everything in the Discord voice channel, and I'm so torn between watching that. Go! Go to them, Grey Owl. Go to them. Go to them and ask them what's your first hear me out, because now I want to know. I'm nosy. Tell me. Oh, thank you for the hugs, Winchie. Hugs for you too. Colin says, it's true, Mr. McGillicuddy. Springtrap was the most requested character to be in Dead by Daylight. Honestly, I would be shook if they never added him in the first place. That would be so strange. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, well, I'm normally not one that worries about getting high, but I don't want to get addicted to pills. Have I ever gotten high before? I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. There was that one time in Vegas. I couldn't walk straight. I was like, oh god, am I gonna make it back to the hotel? I can't walk. I remember leaning on Bon and Bon leaning on me. Oh man, we was all doing it. It was not a good experience. And then we all ordered pizza. I couldn't eat the pizza. I felt like throwing up. It was whatever we got. It was too strong. It was way too strong. Never again. That's a story. Once upon a time in Vegas, we got a hookup. Oh man. Little bro says, you've been zooted under painkillers. There you go. See, that sounds much nicer than the story I was about to share. And then thankfully Big says, you've never seen how I was in the army when me and the others had our parking lot parties? Are those real? Are they fun? I've never seen one of those before. Those things are like, they have to be made up. They can't be real. It sounds like fun, dude. I hope you were safe, first and foremost. See, to go back to the other story, since I couldn't walk straight at the time, I was like, Bon, call an Uber. This is not gonna work. Kanako says, I'm currently waiting for 3.4 Honkai Star Rail patch maintenance to finish so I can try getting the new characters. Getting new characters in gacha games are so much fun! But always gacha responsibly. And don't do drugs. Unless you need them and it's for medical purposes. Yeah, I'm gonna be that dare employee right now. Sorry. Little bro says, yeah, it was interesting. A bunch of soldiers in civvies and out of uniform. And no, it was like your story, but we nearly got kicked out of a hotel. Hey, where I did it, it was legal. It was technically legal. IHG, depends what you mean by anything. It depends. You can shoot your shot and I have the right to say if I am comfortable answering that question or not. And Grial says, I've never been so disconnected from reality since eating half of a dinner plate sized special cookie. Have you ever had a Pizookie? Speaking of special cookies, I love Pizookies. It's a cookie the size of a small pizza. They're so good, especially when they're freshly made and hot out the oven, and then you grab a really big scoop of vanilla ice cream and slam that sucker right on top. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You have to try one. There's this place locally called BJ's, and I know what it sounds like, but it's not what you think. I don't know what it's supposed to stand for, but It's a pizza restaurant. It's a restaurant! And they sell pizookies! And they're so good. I wanted to go back for the pizookie. I'm gonna gain weight, though. I'm trying to be on a good... I'm trying to be good about my health, and I'm on a diet. No pizookie for me. I want a pizookie! Shoujo! Oh, what a coincidence! Shoujo's in the chat! What a coincidence that right as I start talking about food, lo and behold, there you arrive. PG Creeper, it's just the name of the restaurant! Must I prove it to you? Must I throw it in the Show Me Live as proof? Okay, one sec. You don't go there for what you think it is. It's not It's not what you think. It's not. I'm a giggling mess. Here, I'll go back up to these ones. Sorry about this, you guys. To prove my point, this is the restaurant. That is its name! That's the name! What would you call it? How would you cover your tracks? What would you call it? I'm trying to... Oh, my throat is dry. One sec, I need to take a sip of water. It went down the wrong pipe. I'm okay. Here, while we're on topic of showing things, let me show you what the pizookie looks like. Dude, the cookie is like so soft and fresh that it just melts. So good. Pizookie! It's so good. I need to go back. I have to go back. If ever I go overboard, you guys let me know, okay? Okay. And we'll just scroll back up and catch back with what you guys wanted to share with me. And she says, this is a poster art of my favorite game in the whole world. Goodbye, Volcano High. Everyone needs to experience this beautiful story at least once. That's cute. I like it. It's very cute. Let me go see the Steam Summer Sale. Is this on sale? Give a little once over. Where the heck did my... Oh wait, I'm not logged into my account. I'm logged into Bond's account. Oopsie-doo. But I can still check if the game's on sale or not. Goodbye, Volcano High. It's going for 15 buckaroos. Hey, it is on sale technically. Yo! It used to be $29.99. That's a decent sale. It's half off. It's 50% off. And she says, goodbye, Volcano High is still 50% off until July 10th. Cool, that gives me time. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very muchly. And Ender says, so you know, some Toho characters have their own days. Like Cyrano has September 9th. September. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. September is the 9th month. That's double 9. So 9 equals Baka Day? Baka Baka. Well, I made this for Niue Day. It's based on 3 things that I got to see happen in person at Toho Fest. Is that Yukari? Why is she face down on the ground? Is she okay? There's a story here. What happened to Yukari? Tell me more. It does look like a tiny snowman. The ice cream does look like a tiny snowman real quick. I'm just gonna go back to the pizookie. It is so good. You guys don't even know. If you do know, just mouth water with me. What's the story here? What's going on between... Well, Nue seems to just be vibing. Did Nue always have a giant fork? And then she says, I adore Goodbye Volcano High. I wish some of my GVH friends can see this live. Dude, maybe when it's over you can timestamp it and share it with them. The girl says, this ain't about her. It's like the drowning child meme. Shoujo says, so I was going to put something in the Show Me Live, but I think I'll just send it in DMs. By all means, whatever you're comfortable with. Go for it, my friend. Colin says, I didn't know that game was real. Which game? Goodbye Volcano High? Huh? What you talking about, Colin? Now I'm a little confused. Girl says, for my call of CAD bros. What is CAD? I don't know what that stands for. Why does it look like the entire world is being flipped? It looks like a kneaded eraser. I kind of want to eat it. Have you guys ever played it with kneaded eraser? Stretched it between your fingers and go, wow, that's a weird texture. I'm going to put it on my face now. That's something I used to do in art school a lot. And then I ended up with charcoal all over my face. And Sentinel send, this is Executor. No one knows how to say the name, not even me. If you like katanas, he's your guy. I think Bon would love this character. He has a cursed sword that he uses to deflect attacks when possible. He can turn into this huge beast to wield in. Is he a doggo? Is he a furry? Thomas says, okay, here's a fun question. Did you ever play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game growing up? I tried. I got excited because I would see the cartoon growing up, and when I saw it in stores, I was like, I want to try. So I bought several packs, went to school, and asked all the kids, like, hey, can you teach me how to play? I don't know how to play. I didn't have friends. I didn't have friends growing up. I was very much a solo cat. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I never learned how to play, so eventually I just gave the cards away. Kanako says, the struggle of wanting to stim but also just wanting to lay in bed is painful. I get that. That's why I love the Nintendo Switch, because then I can just play in bed and never have to move again. For here I shall stay. Sylphin says, StarCraft brain sees Executor, and now I have voice lines from that game going on in my head. What do they call it? The brain worm? Or is it earworm? Thomas says, thankfully the Yu-Gi-Oh card game isn't as hard as the Pokemon one. I still don't know how to play the Pokemon card game. Neither do I. Same here. Although I do like to collect cards for the sake of collecting. And Sentinel also sent this photo. And this is the Duchess. She's a nimble girl focused all around being dexterous, sneaky, and racking up hits with daggers. She does look like she'd be a tactician type of character, just going by the way she dresses. Sylphin says, technically random, but I like Protoss the most. I wouldn't call it shameful, but I don't know much about the game myself, so I don't feel like I have a leg to stand on to speak of the matter. What do you mean, you Yu-Gi-Oh shoujo? What do you mean, big yikes? Everybody's got things that they enjoy. I wouldn't be so judgy. Totally not coming from someone that's played the game a lot. Totally. So if anybody knows, it's you, right, Sho? And the girl says, it's chill. I couldn't figure out Protoss, to be honest. My Zerg brain couldn't wrap itself around it. Zerg brain? Sorry, when you said Zerg, I got reminded of Zerg from the Buzz Lightyear cartoon. Do you guys remember that one? That's an old one. I didn't even properly watch that cartoon. I would just randomly stumble across it as I was flipping through channels. And to continue, Sentinel also says, there's one more class, a witch who specializes in the magic, but I'm afraid if I show her design, I'll get banned. Nothing overly scandalous, just some cleavage. I'm like so numb to that kind of stuff. I'm just like, hey look, boobs. You know what? I grant you permission and you will not be banned. I give you the Sohma protection policy. Go ahead and post it. I want to see it now that you've challenged my mind on the matter. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, just wanted to post something random, but I'm definitely looking forward to Donkey Kong Bonanza coming out this month. What kind of game is that? I mean, it's got Donkey Kong, but how does it play? It doesn't play necessarily like a 2D side-scroller, right? It plays more like Mario Odyssey if I had to guess. Wolf Nanaki, hello! Here's some gift art I got the other day featuring your Sona is very pretty. I love her neck scarf floof. It's very floofy, very cute. Also, I love the art style too. It's very minimalist, but still incorporates some form of line art here and there. It's very well done. Very cute, very foofy, very stylish too. Feels like something you'd see on the front cover of a magazine. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Very, very pretty, right, girl? My gosh. And she says, that's my friend. Awoo! Big ooze. That's beautiful. My compliments to the chef. Has rendered me speechless. Mr. Diagonal Yip says, wait, I'm 31 and I don't remember the Buzz Lightyear cartoon. That's okay, it wasn't any good and you don't need to remember it. Back in the vault it goes. It wasn't very good. I know, right, Sulfin? Very adorable indeed. I hope that when all of the new games for the Switch 2 comes out, that everybody will have better accessibility to the console. I hope it's cheaper for everybody too. I'm just glad we finally get a Nintendo console that finally gives us better resolution and frame rate performance. Thankfully, I was able to get myself a Nintendo Switch 2, so we won't be locked out of potential gaming opportunities. I'm thinking about, I was considering it this week, but maybe next week, since I've already had my schedule laid out. I was also considering playing Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch 2, since I could technically start a new island. Girl says, also yeah, self-inscribed, I got gold recently by just pushing out Zerglings as quick. What are these Zerglings? The villain for the Buzz Lightyear cartoon, that thing's name was Zerg. I would say personal IRL photos of people. That's one of those things that we try not to do for the sake of protecting people's identities. Because you never know. You never know, you never know. So I will leave those spoiler tags as spoiler tags for now. And Sentinel says, here we go, this is the Recluse, a witch who wields ancient magic. Ah, is it the new Ronnie? New Ronnie just dropped. Okay. Ancient magic and is able to craft new spells by collecting... Where are the boobs? I was promised boobs. I see no boobs. Where are the tits? I see no tits. False advertisement. I got baited. Who wields magic and is able to craft new spells by collecting magic residues. Her ultimate spell places marks on enemies, and if anyone lands a hit on them, they regenerate health and magic. Cool. Always gotta love the magic users. Yeah, I was looking for Dabuba. She does have a chest. A normal chest. Nothing overly so grand. How do I explain it? What's the right word here? It's not Zenless proportions, if that makes better sense. What's wrong with the word tits, Grey Owl? Tits, tits, tits. You can say that this concept is very titillating. Ha, ha, ha. Meanwhile, Mr. McGillicuddy says, also, here's DK as a zebra, looking like Marty has hit the gym hard. Is that his name? Oh, are you making a Madagascar reference? I've never seen this character before. He was part of the trailer though, right? He looks very mad. Why is he so mad? He's angry. He looks like he's ready to punch someone. Colin says magic users have a history of being very fragile. Yep, glass cannons. Typically. They hit super hard, but to balance out their characters, they also can be hit very hard. Ender says, TLDR, 3 things that happened at Toho Fest inspired this. We got a new A cosplayer to hold a sign with the consume meme on it for the photo. People were passed out at the local Denny's while in cosplay. It's great. Although probably not safe. I hope someone was able to get to them. A duel between a Nue and a Yukari cosplayer. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love it when anime conventions, or just conventions in general, bring all the cosplayers to random places like IHOP, Denny's, and everybody's in cosplay when you go sit down to order yourself the Grand Slam. It's so weird and surreal, but stuff like that happens. It's like, you'll never forget it. Mr. Diagonal Yep says, hey, I'm a male, so I'm a bisexual at that, so I don't care the size. You probably didn't want that info. Nah, it's fine. It's like whatever. It's whatever. You do you, and you live your best life. That's all I care about. Mr. McGillicuddy says, I think he looks angry because he got that bonanza energy coursing through him. What is bonanza energy? Also, what's this bug-like looking creature? This is a Zergling, says Growl. Think of them as xenomorphs from Aliens, but with Kirby's powers of rapidly adapting themselves based on the DNA of whatever creatures they eat. Ah, that's creepy. Nope. Nope. You know what I say to that? Just explosion. Explode. I don't want to explode. I want to make that thing explode. Do you guys wonder what he's looking at? I know what he's looking at. There's a butt. Zemo Zone Zero. Game about butts, everyone. I can never take a selfie with Wise. He always makes it weird. He always makes it weird. Little bro says, so it's basically my older sister. Oh, hush. Hush. Don't relate me to this thing. Excuse you? Get over here so I can shake you, little bro. And Kaneko says, nah, he's clearly looking at the beautiful reflection of the water. Clearly. Clearly, it's just the water. And nothing else. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, I still think this is a cursed form of DK, but here is ostrich bonanza form. Why do they call it bonanza? Because they're going crazy. That's another nickname we used to have for Bon. Bonanza? You guys hear it? You hear it? Bon is a very good name for making multiple puns out of a lot of different things. I wonder, can he actually fly with those banana wings? It looks like he's trying to flap in this picture. Who's that on his back? See the character here? Dare. Dare desu ka? Yes! You know I'm punny! You should have known that the moment you entered chat. Ki. Colin says, Ostrich Bonanza is weird, especially for Donkey Kong. I can only imagine. Ah, there's a Bahana. Ah, oh. That sounds a little more exotic when you put it like that. Sounds like Benihana. Colin says, yes, he can fly. That's so strange. That's not how physics work, but this is a game that is in a fantasy-esque setting. Ergo, brain, turn off. Do what you learned when you learned about anime for the first time. Do not question anything. Just roll with it. And she says, how are you feeling, Sohma? Still good? Uh-huh. I'm feeling okie dokie. Colin says, that's Pauline on his back. Is she a playable character? Just curious. Kaneko says, the person on his back is Pauline, but a kid. Adorable! Have we ever had child Pauline in a game before? This feels new to me. So the banana made us fly. Yep, I'm doing okie dokies. I hope I didn't gross you guys out too much with all the puns I've been throwing left and right and regarding talking about butts and boobs. And also cute! Cute as heck! Look at this! Look at them! They're so adorable! I just want to put them on the shelf where all my plushies are. They would blend in perfectly. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Also, just to go in order. Speaking of Vocaloids, we've got, a Pride Month version? Evilia's fan art. This is cute. It's very cute. I like very much. Alright. Did you guys enjoy this event? Because I know I sure did. Bon was so excited when he unlocked Ambi as a character to go to the movies with. Because he's like, burger. Burger. He only had one thing on the mind the entire way through. Burger. I'm like, alright. I enjoyed the movie event. It was like really fun. You got to know certain characters a bit better. And also it was like sometimes wholesome, sometimes bittersweet. And all the voice acting. I was so happy to hear Harumasa hum. Kaneko says, never realized that the arcade owner was a bunny until that event. Yeah, she's a bunny. She even has a bunny nose. If you look very carefully. It's very easy to miss. This is from Zone Zero Sylphin. Ambi's got a very cute stare. Yep, buns. You know I'm a dork. Your says, as an Ambi enjoyer, I ate well out of it. Well said, well said. And then it says, I'll spoil this just in case, but I found a bug so cute that it's impossible to be scared of it. I'm gonna hold my breath. Oh, that's not a bug. Not a bug. Not a bug. Are you trying to deliver on the Booba sentinel? I didn't think it would come back. Of course it's from Danboru. Of course. You guys have the link via the Discord. It's not necessarily the safest of websites, so I'm not gonna throw the source link in chat. I shouldn't know that. I shouldn't know that. Boobs! It's a good illustration. They did a good job. I really like their shift in weights of line art and not just the booba, but it's very well illustrated. Well done. Recluse. And this is from Elden Ring. Got you. It's that character from earlier before. Just to connect the dots. This character. I like how in this picture they look very sheepish. You can see a bit of their personality in the way that they're posed here. Yeah, click at your own risk. Exactly. Exactly. I know too much! I spend too much time on the internet! I know, right? Just waiting for Bon to stumble upon this and be like, what did you do? And then he's gonna grab me by the ears again. Self-inscribed says, they really made the composition such that it has maximum emphasis. That was done on purpose. Can you spot the difference here? Between the two pictures? Oh, we have a small child on his back. It's adorable. She's having a great time watching DK destroy everything. Destruction! Yay! That's Pauline. I think I like her character more and more as time progresses, even though she's an itty bitty child. No, bro says, and that's when I take my leave before he arrives, so he goes after you and not me. Wait, what? Yeah, because you could have stepped in and done something, huh, little bro? I could get in trouble via Bon or you. Take responsibility for my actions! Wait, that doesn't sound right. Aside from a baby Pauline being attached to his necktie, that's all I notice here. Oh, there's also different debris flying out. Like here, there's like the letter B. And, we've got like different chunks up here. Yeah, different purple chunks. There's a gold chunk here. What else? I spy with my weird eyes. I think that's all I can make out for now. Jojo goes monkey. Aishi says, does Donkey Kong look like this, like his Mario movie looks? Kinda does. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I see it. Libro says, you're my older sister. Why am I the mature one? Because someone's gotta. Someone's gotta be. If not me, it's gotta be you. Please? 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 Please take the rap for it this time. I really want to eat my sandwich. There's a sandwich waiting for me. Thanks! Growl says, you look her in the eyes and ask that again, Wolf. Sentinel says little sister energy. Yee! But it just so happens that I am the older sis. It's a bit of a confusing dynamic. Desho? Kaneko says age doesn't always equal maturity. True facts. I learned that through my own siblings. Ah, you have siblings too? My sibling is found family, so it's a little different. And Self-Inscribed says, which can mean a lot of things depending on the context. Huh? Sorry, I lost the plot. Self-Inscribed says, a wise man once said, the best thing for an adult to do is to be more like a child. I can see the merit in that quote. I don't know what the alternative meaning to it could mean. Maybe because I'm reverting back to a naive sense of self, but always embrace your inner child and never be ashamed of it. Because then you can live life to the fullest and always be true to yourself. That's what I believe. Little bro says, yeah, you'd think her being over 10,000 years old. That's it. Get over here. My ears aren't the only ones that can get pinched, you know. Little bro. Who wants a noogie? I'm gonna take a balloon and give you so much static that no one will ever be able to high-five you again. Just kidding. Not mad. For now. Hey, the funny thing about time and age is it'll happen to you. It'll happen to all of you. And Kaneko says, everyone except my half-sister are older than me, and I would say less mature. Huh, fair enough. Libro says, gotta catch me first! I'll find you in your DMs! IHG says, Sohma becomes a Pikachu. With the power of balloons, maybe. Libro says, like an RPG, a message popping up, Sohma will remember this. Do not cross the cat. You would not like that when she fights back. Thank you guys for sharing the #1 spot with each other and being very good sports about the whole thing. I appreciate that. Am I missing anything else here? I am! And these will be the last ones for today because I'm thinking about wrapping up relatively soon. Lighter is so flippin' hot! Why must you do this to me, girl? Ah! Dang it! Why does he have a scar there? What's the story behind the scar? There's always a story behind every battle scar. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Yes, even girls can simp over this game. That purple chunk you saw in the corner of the last screen is called Odd Rock. They were added as a placeholder to hide the fact that Pauline was in the game. Really? Why were they trying to hide it? So strange. I don't know exactly how she got turned into a rock, but hopefully this whole time Pauline was just an odd rock all along. Fascinating. Sentinel says, remember the small jars in Elden Ring? One of them decided to become a merchant and help out around the hub. This is the small jar bazaar. Oh, cute! We get a jar friend. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that very much. He only speaks through drawings. That's adorable! And she says I fell on the floor laughing. Look, every time I flip through the character selection screen and I hear a letter say, you want to see the red scarf? And I'm like, yes! I do want to see the red scarf. I'm falling over in my chair right now. Sohma, Lighter, Hugo, and Lycon. You know the game, I mean. Yes. What about those three characters? What about them? It's not that I may or may not find them alluring in their own unique ways. I can't find the words. I can't find the words. Sylphin says, I've heard of objectifying women, but give me a break. I don't mean to. It's just very attractive looking. That is all. That is all I have to say. It's a fictional dude. It's fine because they're not really real. I think. I'm confused. Gon says, Sohma, don't you dare fall out of your chair. You don't need to get any more banged up than you were already. True, I need to protect my head. Above all else. Little Rose says, also Big Sis, don't forget, Dawn to Dawn Season 2 this Thursday? Can I catch it on Crunchyroll? Hype. Are we gonna finally finish what the movie didn't finish? Grr. Girl says, you know the game I mean, make your choices. Alright, I simp for certain characters. Bite me. Little Bro says, and yes, please don't fall out of your chair or I will have to actually fly down there. Don't you dare. Alright, I will fight gravity just for you guys. Girl says, friends may know. I'm gonna do what every dog does that gives you an attitude and go, this was fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. And what's our next stream? I already forgot. I have a very short memory. Schedule. Next stream is going to be Oblivion for this Thursday. At the same time as today, for 5. Whatever time that is, your local time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. Sorry for fangirling. I don't mean to. Bon always bonks me on the head. He can't do that anymore. Because I had surgery. You can't bonk me. I could be an idiot with no repercussions. Yeah! But yeah. I look forward to playing more games with you guys. And thank you guys for all your patience meanwhile. And for still sticking around. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Until next time. What doesn't help is that Bon can do Hugo's voiced lines almost to a T, so he can pretend to be Hugo, and I die. I just pass out every time. Or nearly punch him because he's so darn good at it.